In the second part of our panel, we learned which actions are expected by you, how the world can help you. For us, when in June this year, we heard what was happening in Iran, we said, well, great women, they went out to the streets, they started to demand their rights, but this was just news. This was just headline news, and Hanna knows this perfectly well. The day after, other news comes, sometimes more important. That is why it is so very important to set forth a roadmap, so that we could say what will happen in 1 year time, in 2 years time, and in 5 years time. During the break, I had an opportunity to talk with some of you. I know that you would like very much young people to be able to get internship, to provide education for journalists in different countries of the world, so that they had an opportunity to widespread, to broadcast what is happening in your countries. We have a problem here, and we talked about it also during the break, that we are a little bit afraid of all the issues connected with Islam. This is a problem for us, a sort of a problem. We don't know whether we can speak about some things aloud. But I was convinced about one thing, that our rights are inalienable. The most important thing is to be a human being. A human being is the basic thing for all of us, regardless of the country we come from, regardless of God we believe in or do not believe. We, as the international community, have the right to claim that the human rights are respected in Iran. We have the right to demand that the names of arrested women should be known, not only those who were arrested in 2009 in June, but also in previous years. We have the right to ask, as mothers, not those children who were killed in Iran, but as mothers, those who give life. What happened to those girls? What happened to those people who went out to the street? What is happening to these women who, against the generally accepted human rights, are maltreated, raped? This is our duty. We, in a country of solidarity, we are especially obliged to ask such great fundamental questions all over the world. I am deeply convinced that there is room here for the actions to be taken up by different organizations, NGOs, those which are small. An organization I represent, I will definitely ask such questions at different fora. There is also room here for the operations to be taken up by government and large international organizations. When all those voices are united in one huge question, why? Perhaps we will get the answer to this question. And I have this impression that from here we can talk about one more thing, a slogan, perhaps, which is so important to myself. When I organized the first School of Tolerance for young people from different countries of the world in Poland, it was 2001, the first School of Tolerance was organized, which was teaching mutual respect to the way how people see the world. And these were organized for young people from Iran, Iraq, the United States, Ireland, Germany, Poland, from Bosnia, Serbia, Croatia. We tried at that time to give a name to that camp. We organized that school, Rainbow Bridge Project. We came to a conclusion that the most important slogan which should be used by us should be unity in diversity. We are different, we are diverse. But what brings us together is respect to difference. And, first and above all, our greatest respect to the values which are universal all over the world, such values as freedom and love, and the right to live for the future generations. I want to thank everybody for this meeting, and I am deeply convinced that the network which has been established here will be extremely helpful to us. I'm very happy that my subsequent meetings will be organized already tomorrow. It's so easy for us to identify each other now, and I'm convinced that it has been just the first step, a very important step for our future meetings and getting acquainted with each other. I would like to wish all the ladies from Iran and other countries to get out of Poland being stronger with our strength and our will to provide help to your great struggle. All the best to you.
Thank you very much, Madam President. Don't leave us. We're going to have a family photograph in a moment, so I hope you will join us on that. But before we get to the family photograph, I know that Professor Bronisław Misztal would like to say the final word.
Thank you very much, everybody. This was the most improbable enterprise in my life, I have to admit it. I'm very happy that this combination of extremely well-educated, vocal, outspoken women came to this place. There are two other ladies that I would like to recognize that are in our audience. Mrs. Rabia Kadir, who came to us, who is the major defendant of the rights of Uyghur women in China, and Mrs. Danielle Pletka, who came to us from the American Enterprise Institute in Washington, D.C. I would like to tell you that this extremely improbable endeavor has mostly taken place because of a pro bono activity of almost everybody. I would like to thank everybody who was involved. Anya, who offered her intellectual capital and joined it with mine, and I wanted to offer my deep thanks to the ladies from my office, to Magda and to Monica. I would like to thank Majka, who helped all of you ladies to come here and go back, to Agnieszka, and I would like to, of course, thank Ursula Gacek-Ula, who was such a wonderful person who helped us weld all of those events together. Michał Safianik, who's sitting here, who was making sure that all of this actually is not coming apart, it seems, and Rafał, who's been our press attaché, so to speak, who made sure that your voices are being heard. Thank you very much. Ania Maria Jopek performed pro bono for us as well. I hope you're going to keep in your memory and in your heart those few moments. Thank you.